So what am I going to be reporting on today? GP Races is now officially under construction at Suzuka Circuit in Japan. But is it a spike coaster or a motorbike launch coaster? Hello there guys, my name is Coach Chai, YouTube channel Doncaster1, but built for Theme Park News. Now today is a Theme Park Newsroom update from Suzuka Circuit in Japan. Now before we get started, I'm still reeling in shock from the news that we got yesterday about Vortex at Kings Island, so make sure you go and check out that video. Also some theme park plans announced for Legoland Sichuan in China. We do have some more Theme Park Newsroom updates coming today. We've got some little details on a second Polish Marjoland park, which should be very interesting. We've got some concept arts for the Holiday Park 2020 investment, the Thunder River refurbishment to Dino Splash, which we're talking about a bit more in that news update. We've got a couple of Halloween updates that we're going to be recording from many different parks in Europe, which are going to be released, pre-recorded and released over the next few days, from parks like Adventure and Park Hellendoorn and their Screams event, Parque Warner Madrid's event. I'm sure there's a couple of other events we'd like to sort of report on as well, so we'll sort of keep our eyes on that. So if your local park pops up over there in Europe, make sure you go and give it a watch. But this is a Theme Park Newsroom update to start off today's news updates from Suzuka Circuit in Japan. Now, before we give you a little bit of history on the park, we're going to sort of go through basically what we know. So basically construction has now officially started on site for the brand new attraction coming in 2020. Now we don't know anything about the new ride apart from the fact it's set to open on the 3rd of the month in terms of month, so it's going to open in March of next year. And all we can tell from what type of coaster it's going to be is a rendition of the ride, like a cartoon, Japanese cartoon rendition of the ride, of what the ride will look like, or one of the elements will look like and how it will look as you're riding it. Now it's not animation style, like proper, coaster animation, Six Flags style animation. This is a Japanese cartoon image. This is a poster to promote the new attraction for next year. Now, another thing we know about the ride is it will be called GP Races. And now Suzuka Circuit it's normally a race course. It's a racing track in Japan, but they've got this like little amusement park on the side of it. So we're going to go through a bit more of a history of the park, but first of all, I'm going to put this sort of concept poster artwork on your screen now. Now I'm going to leave that on there, and I want you to put the time where you think you've got what type of coaster it will be and what type of coaster out of these two options that I'm going to talk about towards the end of showing you the concept image. But first of all, a little bit of history on the park. So I'm going to keep the concept image on your screen. And just comment down below what time you think you know the answer, and comment down below if you think it's going to be a marathon spike coaster or a Vekoma motorbike launch coaster, and I'll get on to a bit more about those types of rides in detail and in historic detail a little bit later. But on the park, they have two roller coasters. They've got Adventure Drive, which is a family coaster manufactured by, here we go in terms of pronunciations, Hoei Sangyo Co. Limited. And then they've got a thrill coaster called Rocky Coaster, manufactured by Senyo Kojo Co. Limited. So both do not have inversions. One's from the coaster, one's more of a thrill coaster. The thrill coaster actually looks like a bit more of a corkscrew coaster without the inversions. So that's pretty cool. But yes, so basically on the 2020 coaster, so this will be the third coaster in the lineup. They've got two other coasters that are defunct and have now since been removed. But they've got two coasters currently standing in the park, and now of course they'll be making it 3 once again. Now the artist drawings, if they are accurate, it's reported it won't be a spike coaster suggested by rumours, and the track seen the drawings, if you sort of commented down below by now, with the traditional 2-row with backbone design are more like the Vekoma motorbike coasters. Now, a little bit of history on both coaster types. So the spike coaster by Marathon, who is the manufacturer of the spike coasters, which is a more recent concept compared to the motorbike launch coaster by Vekoma. They've only released 2 of these. Now, of course, Marathon are busy building that coaster on the cruise ship. Now, of course, if you looked on the forums recently, they'll have released, or if you look on Marathon recently, they've released a video basically showing off them testing the coaster layout on dry land before they ship it onto the cruise ship. Set sail on the cruise ship with the coaster. So make sure you go and watch that video. I've watched it. Looks pretty cool. Can't wait to see what this is going to look like on the cruise ship, operating as part of the cruise ship. But yes, in terms of spike coasters, in 2017, the first one was released. This was Sky Dragster, a small German park called Skyline Park. Then 2 years later, Mirabellandia this year opened Desmo Race, which was their racing version, the dual racing version. It's part of their their Ducati World, which is their new racing themed area. But Desmo Race is part of the Ducati World area. Now, the Vekoma motorbike launch coaster. Now, this is what makes me more excited about a Vekoma motorbike launch coaster. There's been no motorbike launch coasters by Vekoma since 2011. 2011 was motorbike roller coaster. That was the latest one from Happy Valley Jiangsu. That was in 2011. And then before that, Chimlong Paradise opened motorbike launch coaster. The year before that, in 2005, so year before 2006, Velocity at Flamingo Land Resort Yorkshire opened. And then the year before that, the first one was 2004, and that was Booster Bike at Toverland. So there you go. So the concept image is going to be brought down. There we go. A little bit of a bring down there. But basically, yeah. So the concept, I personally think, shows more of a Vekoma motorbike launch coaster. The Japanese can do anything with artwork. They can make it seem like one thing, but it's really another thing. So it could be either one. But if you're looking on the basis of what does it look like more, I would go along with a motorbike launch coaster. So I think this will be the first Vekoma motorbike launch coaster opening in 9 years. 9 years with a gap of openings of motorbike launch coasters. 2011 was the last one, and it was over in the same continent as Suzuka Circuit's located. It's in Asia. So the last two motorbike launch coasters by Vekoma were in Asia. Because you had the Chimlong Paradise one in 2006, and you had the Happy Valley in Jiangsu that opened theirs, the more recent one, in 2011. And of course, 9 years without a motorbike launch coaster anywhere in the world. And now, of course, strategically, it's the Asian continent that gets another one. Now, of course, we're not confirming this. Now, they have been teasing it on the Suzuka Circuit website. I'm going to put the website link in the description down below. Be warned, though. I think it's preset in Japanese language, so I think I wouldn't, even though they have like settings at the top of the website to turn it to English or Japanese, you can read it either language. I would translate the website via Google. If there's like a little notification at the top of the bar, I would sort of translate it through that if you want to see it in English, just for the fact that I think if you sort of press English, it'll just send you to the main menu, then you have no idea how to get back. So I think it's best to just auto-translate it via Google on the website. I think that's just my best, sort of tip for that. But if you do want to read it in Japanese, that's fair enough. If any of you know Japanese out there, comment down below. But basically, yes. So the big two rumour types then are the Marathon Spike Coaster and the Vekoma Motorbike Launch Coaster. But my personal opinion, from the looks of it, it will be a Vekoma Motorbike Launch Coaster. Now, it looks like it will be 2 people per train, or 2 people per bike, should we say. It looks like the track's going to be a nice black colour. It seems like that's going to fit that raceway sort of track. And to be fair, I'd like, in terms of the name, GP Racers, I love the name GP Racers because it fits very nicely. Because this is going to be a motorbike coaster anyway, whether it's a spike coaster or a motorbike launched by Vekoma, whether it's more a solid Vekoma, it will be a motor coaster anyway, or a motorbike themed coaster anyway, because the name GP Racers, what's the motorsport? MotoGP, bike racing. So again, it goes with that theme of MotoGP. So I think the theme they're looking for, and I think they, if they took inspiration from Marathon's Desmo race at Mirabellandia that opened this year, make sure you go and check it out over in Italy. It's a really good ride, I've heard. So I want to try and make the trip out to Italy as soon as possible to ride that. So yeah, basically, if you've seen that and you've seen the racing theme with the surrounding area, the Ducati World area, you'll see that that's very racing themed. I think that's what we're looking for here. I think this is going to be either racing with your friends and just that whole general fun racing atmosphere at this attraction, or it's going to be just a fully dedicated attraction themed to actually being part of the MotoGP and you're racing against your fellow competitors. This is like and because it's 2 people per car, I would suggest this is like a dual MotoGP. So it's like you and your friend battle it out against your other competitors in a race to the finish line. You know, I think this is like 2 people in the same car kind of thing. So so the sort of slogans and the sort of theme fits with the capacity and the name as well. So in all seriousness and in summary, I think this is going to be a fantastic coaster for the park. I think it's going to be very underrated for Asia, and this will be a brand new attraction for the analysis video coming in January from the Asian attractions for 2020. There's still a lot to go through. There's still a lot to be announced about the other ones, but I cannot wait for them to be announced. That is this theme park newsroom update then from GP races at Suzuka Circuit in Japan. We've got more updates being released over the next few days, some recorded today, some recorded tomorrow, and some recorded whenever. With me starting uni this coming week, starting on Monday, then it's going to be hard to record stuff on the day of upload, so I am going to start recording more on certain days. Like weekends, for example, if there's any news updates, I'll start that sort of, you can stretch it out over a couple of days. I can start recording more on a weekend and then sort of pre-record them then, so I can sort of, when I come back from uni at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever, I can just upload them then and there, and then if I go out, I just go out afterwards. So I think that's how it's going to work. So the uploads during the week will be sort of towards late afternoon, going into the evening. So I hope you guys don't mind that. We had a few evening uploads over the past couple of weeks, so you know, there's no real change there, but I'll try and keep up with the daily uploads as much as I can. Thank you very much. So make sure you stay tuned for more theme park news updates and Halloween updates over the next few days and over this coming week from many different parks across Europe. But for now, guys, my name is Coaster Chai. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. Keep living the coaster life, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.